on the books since 2005. And it was a dead heat between Kozetskaya and Hejnova in Kaunas. So it's been there 20 years, 55-89. Well, that might be a tall order with these women. Mette Tumba, the existing world under-20 champion, has run close to that. So on the outside, European under-18 silver medalist, Olga Mashanikova. Semi-final winner, European under-18 champion 2 years ago, Alexandra Uta. Rapidly improving Dutch woman, Abigail Noruga. She ran a personal best in Angelo. And we saw Mette Tumba, world under-20 champion. And this woman was really impressive, winning her semi-final in a national, not just under-20, but under-23 record of 57-16. Arabella Wilson was just a fraction away from her personal best in her semi-final, boast of a best of 57-49. Petra Lajlik, second on the European list this year, behind Tumba. And on the inside, Mila Haikonen, best of 57-10 from last year. Haikonen's had a busy day. She was in the 100 metres hurdles heats this morning, made the semi-finals. So Tumba leads the European lists with 56-76, which she did on home soil in Cargé-Pontoise. However, she hasn't looked great in the heats and semi-finals. Tumba has Hambridge, Uta, who's probably her closest rivals, but this is a very evenly matched race. Cleanly away at the first time of asking. Lane 7, Uta flying over the first bend. It's Uta on the outside who's running really well. Also Tumba looking a lot better than she did in semi-finals and the heats. She's up on the shoulder of Noruga. And Tumba now starting to close the gap on Uta in lane 7, but Uta's still in really good shape. Clearly clearing the hurdles. Running well on the inside, Hambridge as well at the moment, but it's between Tumba and Uta. It's the women in lanes 5 and 7. And Tumba now, well, she saved her best for last. It's the Frenchwoman with a metre lead coming into the home straight. She's running really well. Uta, though's a really fast finisher. She's starting to close. She's really attacking. Uta's attacking Tumba. Tumba's running out of steam. It's going to be the Romanian. Well, let's just wait for confirmation of that time, because it's probably a new championship record. Yes, it is. Uta's confirmed. 55-56. She's smashed a record which has been on the books for 20 years. Tumba runs faster than she's ever done before and improves her own French under-20 record to 55-56. And some way distant, but still running better than any other Estonian's done. Bronze goes to Hambridge, 56-71. What a fantastic performance, and just like the men, personal best for the first 4 women home.
Well, there were 2 brilliant races going on there, Phil. Uta with a massive championship record, just out-dipping Tumba, the world under-20 champion. And Hambridge came back at Haikonen brilliantly. Haikonen in lane 1 had the whole crowd on their feet because, yes, whilst Uta was coming back at Tumba, most in the stand were watching Haikonen, hoping that she could hang on for the bronze, but Hambridge just came through to deny the Finn what would have been a wonderful moment. She could hardly believe it. She's run her heart out. Haikonen with a PB, Arabella Wilson of Great Britain with a PB, Hambridge with a national under-20 record, Tumba with a national under-20 record, Uta with a championship record. Every bit as good as the men's 400 hurdles. Two of the races of the event, without question.
Without a doubt. Well, we've known about Uta for several years. She really came to the fore back at the Youth Olympic Festival back in 2023 as a 15-year-old. Mette Tumba has come through really strongly in the last 12 months, winning that World Under-20 title. Just 1/10 of a second, 1/100th of a second separating Uta and Tumba. Hambridge getting in there, congratulating the two women that finished in front of her, getting Estonia's first medal of these championships. What a phenomenal performance from Viola Hambridge as well. That'll be a Estonian under-23 record, not just under-20 record. Uta, well, I have to say, I thought that she was going to run extremely well. Wasn't sure she was going to win against Tumba, but far exceeds my expectations.
So Tumba came round here into the lead. Look at Heikkinen on the top right of picture and Hambridge in the middle. They were neck and neck. At this point, it looked as though the Finn was going to take the bronze. Tumba's up at the moment, but Uta's coming, Uta's closing. The tension rises in the shoulders of the French woman, and a brilliant dip on the line for Uta, and Hambridge doing the same. And I think Hambridge looked across and realised she had just pipped Heikkinen to that bronze medal. There's the dip for first as opposed to second, and there's the dip for third as opposed to fourth.
And two great contrasting races between Uta and Tumba, considering that they arrived at the finish line almost together. Uta absolutely flew over the first 100 metres, while Tumba took it fairly steadily, ran well within herself. Then Tumba stepped on the accelerator between 100 and 300 metres. Uta still had plenty in the tank, though, because she coasted around the far bend and then really went through the gears coming down the home straight and just overhauled Tumba on the run-in.
I thought that was a brilliant race because Tumba had looked not quite the athlete she had been last year when she took gold in Lima, but that was much better. And Uta has taken a while to come back to her very best form, and I think she was blown away by the 55-55. She really was.
Tell you what, so was I, because that took a fair old chunk out of a very credible championship record. Alexandra Stefania Uta of Romania, championship record 55-55. Mette Tumba taking silver